Hi, and welcome to the Bears and Games podcast. This is episode 2, and today we're looking at Final Fight. I'm your host, Johnny, and this is one of my favorite games of all time. It takes place in Metro City, and stars Mike Haggar, who is the muscular and streetwise mayor who's taking a tough stance on crime, and in return gets his daughter kidnapped. It was made by Capcom in the late 80s, and originally was going to be a sequel to Street Fighter 1. In the end, though, they decided to make it a spin-off series, which is somehow related canon-wise, but I couldn't really tell you how. These two are Guy and Cody, who just got out of the shower. And they're joining our pile-driving mayor with their own, tight jean-wearing ability and kicks. And also with their, use of weapons to sort of fight the good fight and rescue Jessica, who they claim is one of their girlfriends. So when you start the game, you can see all the characters here, and Haggar kind of looks familiar. He kind of looks like a Tom of Finland picture. What with the, strap and exaggerated musculature and just, oiled chest. I know he's supposed to be the very heterosexual Jesse Ventura, but you gotta say that there's something a little gay about the outfit. So you keep on playing, and then you realize, wait, this is just a Double Dragon clone. Nothing really gay about this. Except, wait, that guy looks familiar too. I think he kind of looks like someone from another Tom of Finland picture. Exactly like someone from a Tom of Finland picture. That starts to make you wonder. I mean, how much of this game really is gay? It starts getting suspicious. You go to this bar, where this looks normal, until you realize, wait a minute, there's no women there. It's kind of like a bar in, Tom of Finland picture. I'm not saying exactly, but the fact that there's no girls and weird-looking muscle men at the counter, it makes you wonder. Even the boss encounters aren't free of interesting gay stereotypes. Take Edi E here, for example, who kind of looks like a village person. He's a very hot, big, bearish village person, but he's dressed in a cop uniform and has big muscles and a hairy chest. So there is something a little suspicious about it. And what about this? It's a girl fighting, so there's girls here. Until you remember that in Capcom canon, she's actually a man. In which case, no. That's not very heterosexual at all. Alright, this is a fairly heterosexual scene with Mike Haggar beating up transsexuals and then walking into a public restroom in the middle of a park at night. He is mayor and can go where he pleases and all, but this does sort of look like a scene out of a cruising magazine, and there is sexy written on the door of a stall behind him. Maybe it's all in my head. I mean, I was playing this game as a preteen, and it did sort of influence my psychosexual development, so maybe I'm just eroticizing and fetishizing things that are in the game and are otherwise innocuous. And it's kind of hard to say with Japanese people. Maybe they saw all these Tom of Finland prints and thought, wow, those are some masculine, rough-and-tumble men who like hanging out with each other and are very close friends who don't have problems with sharing close physical proximity. There's nothing gay about this at all. It's just kind of what guys do over there in those crazy European and North American places. So they could have been misled. Maybe someone just told them that this is how normal guys act or what tough people are like over there. Or, one of them's a homosexual and heavily influenced the art style of the game. Of course, it would be libelous for me to continue talking about Capcom's art staff and where they got their ideas, and really, I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'd love to be with these guys, in this kind of situation. Except we wouldn't be fighting, and when we met, they'd all be oiled up. So I should really just drop it. By the way, if you're a big Street Fighter fan, you'll notice that some characters are actually originally from this game, like Sodom here, who ended up in Street Fighter Alpha, and Rolento here, who also ended up in Street Fighter Alpha 3, along with his goons, Elgatos. And then there's Andore, who was based on Andre the Giant, only much less good-looking, who ended up being a hideous-looking character in Street Fighter 3. There's also the Street Fighter 2 car-smashing stage, which was one of my favorite parts of Street Fighter 2, and one of my favorite parts of Final Fight, because who doesn't want to beat the crap out of a Honda legend? I sure do. By the way, don't play Final Fight streetwise. It's a star of the Walmart bargain bins and kind of deserves to be there. Even Mike Haggar, who normally is hot, is only just sorta hot in this one. I kind of liked his hand-drawn version better, although if this were a real person, I wouldn't kick him out of bed.
Oh my god!